The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. We're listening to Instinct Radio.
All right, you guys, you are back live on the air with Regina Sunshine and my guest co-host,
Deborah Granville,
here on the Young, Gifted, and Black series on the Regina Sunshine Show. And we have our next amazing young person to introduce you to. Her name is Venomiss, and she came in from Garner, North Carolina. Y'all give her a hand.
Yes. We drove all the way in from North Carolina.
That's
6 hours. Yeah,
I love that. I know people are committed when they're willing to get in their car and come here and do this. And you said you were supposed to be coming with Spitz.
Yeah, shout out to Spitz. I was supposed to come with him. It wasn't going to work out. So I contacted the show, see if I could come on.
Well, tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do.
I'm a female MC. I'm originally from Orange, New Jersey. I currently live in Raleigh, North Carolina, so I kind of go back and forth up and down the East Coast. I've performed all the way down to New Orleans, all the way up to Boston, up and down the East Coast, traveling. So, yeah, this is what I do full-time is my music.
Well, please tell me how you ended up in Garner, North Carolina, because I know where that is, and I know how small it is.
Yes. My mother moved to take care of my grandfather.
Okay.
So I came down because my mother couldn't set the VCR time. And I just got stuck. I kid you not. She's like, I can't get it. It's flashing. I don't know what to do. I was like, all right, okay, I'm on my way. And I've been there ever since. It's peaceful, though. North Carolina's peaceful. So, yeah, so it's cool. It's my second home.
See, my baby sister's in Cary.
Okay, yeah.
So you know, I know all about that. And I went to school at A&T, and, you know, she went to Central back there.
Okay.
And we ain't going to have that
right.
A&T Central conversation. I know you come around the corner.
Oh, I saw that look.
Yeah, we Aggie Pride, you know, that's what we do over here. That's what we do over here. So music, how did you get started in music?
I started when I was about 12 years old. My cousins, when I was younger, I came up in the Queen Latifah and the Naughty by Nature era. So I saw them when I was a very, very tiny kid shoot those videos. All those Naughty by Nature videos on the roof of my mother's job. Like, I remember being there and getting T-shirts and candy and all kind of stuff. And I was like, man, this is so cool. You know, you're a little kid. I want to do this. They got candy. So, you know, it just started with that. My cousin had a deal. It wasn't the best deal. It was a shoddy deal. Shout out to Damien, my cousin. I tell the story all the time. It was the worst deal ever. It was so terrible, but it just got me into it, going to studios and watching videos, and hip hop was just a big part of my life. You know, they used to dress me up and make me stand on the table and do the songs for like extra food. They'd be like, you want another peanut butter and jelly? So all right, we'll do this song. So they would dress me up, and I'd have a hat on, and I'd be up there like, gotta watch out, gotta get a roughneck, you know, just doing whatever they wanted me to do. And yeah, so it just kind of stuck with me. And you know, his sisters had deals. One was in a Salt and Pepper type of group, one was in like a Wu-Tang Clan type of group. So I've been around it my whole life. So
well, I'm glad you mentioned the whole bad deal thing, because I think sometimes young people see stars or whatever, and they don't even care what the contract say. They just sign their name. So talk to our young people about how important it is, if you're going to do something, to get a lawyer or someone to look over this paperwork for you.
It's so important. Read everything, and then have somebody who's professional read it. It's not just about what you understand. There may be loopholes in the contract. There may be stuff in the contract that doesn't make sense. I'm signed to Federal District Records. Shout out to my label. You know, I made sure somebody looked through it, and I made sure I understood it clearly before I signed anything. Like, you just have to make sure what you're signing makes sense, because sometimes it's stuff in there that just doesn't make sense, and it may not even be bad intention. It may be just that the person doesn't understand business enough to write a legitimate contract. So just make sure you involve the right people with your contract signing, because you could jam yourself up for a long period of time like that. So
see, all kinds of great tips on this show.
Yes.
I mean, and I have to say, because I was offered a television show, that the verbal offer was amazing. I could be able to hire all my family, you name it. When we got to that piece of paper, it didn't read the same. Yeah, my lawyer was like, I can't have you sign that. And I was crying. I was like, but I want it. And she was like, baby, no, you can't do that. And, you know, it was interesting. Written in the contract was like my logos and things like that. If they were altered for television or anything, then they would own them.
Yes.
Little things like that. And you've got to alter them, you know, for different technology. Little things. They would have owned me and everything I already owned. So, yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. So, crazy. Music, what is your ultimate goal with your music?
My ultimate goal with music is basically to be everywhere. be everywhere, do everything. I've done a little bit of radio hosting. I'm actually starting to host a TV show out in Raleigh, so that's dope. I'm so excited. I'm going to
Tell us about your show.
It's going to be a top 25 countdown. I know, I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get to do something. Yeah, so I'm like a big kid. I'm going to start hosting a top 25 countdown show. That's going to be dope. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to air on television twice a week. I've like I said, I've done a little bit of radio hosting. I love performing, so anywhere there's a stage, I'm like, oh, can I get up here? Okay, great. And I just do. But yeah, my goal is to be the next it girl. I've been making strides towards it. I won 4 awards last year, 19 times nominated. So yeah,
that's what's up. Well, if you need some guests, whatever in that area, let me know. I'll send them to your show.
Please do.
It's good connections.
Yes.
Anything, Deborah?
I was just about to ask you to speak on your awards that you have won.
Yes, I'm so proud of them. Like I am. You know why I'm proud of my awards? I got told when I was doing music younger, when I was 19, and this is a very important tip for females. Do it this way, look this way, do that, put this on. Okay, but stand like this, but look sexy, but do this, but oh no, but you gotta be cute. Put this hand, no, never mind, don't do that. And and it was confusing because I was young. I was like 19. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all, you tell me too many things. And I took 6 years off. I had a daughter. I took 6 years off, and I came back because everybody's like, where's your album? Where's your album? I was like, okay, I'm going to do my album. So I recorded the album, and I did it my way. Yeah. I did what I wanted to do.
Right. You got to stay true to yourself.
I did it the way that mattered to me and the way that made sense to me. I did it where it was still able to give a good message, but also be danceable and fun and upbeat. But there's still a message in there. And I got nominated across the country 19 times. I've won 2 Album of the Year awards. I'm the first female to win both of those awards, 2 different award shows. First female to win Album of the Year. Wow. And I won Best Collaboration and Best Female Rapper. So yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up because I was at an event this weekend, The Beauty Within, run by the Positive Arts Movement. Shout out to them. But they have a play they do called Rimshot Urban Musical, and it's about the trappings of the music industry and how girls are often asked to do things they aren't comfortable with, that that they wouldn't normally do because this will get
you there. Yeah. I mean, I hear the stories, and even me now, I kind of mentor a lot of girls. Like, girls come to me and they're like, did you have to do this? Did you do that? Did you? And I tell them, like, no. Don't do it if you're not comfortable with it. You stop yourself. If it doesn't feel morally right to you and it doesn't feel like where you would go in your own comfortableness, then don't do it. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, I've had people say like, oh, well, so-and-so did this and then you're not gonna get anywhere if you don't do it. I said, well, I guess I'm not getting anywhere then. Oh, well, we're just gonna sit right here. How you doing today? Like you just have to draw the line sometimes. And that's not to say that everybody has bad intentions, because there are a lot of people who are giving you sound advice, but you got to let yourself sit and marinate on that advice before you take it. Give yourself a couple days before you decide if you're going to do it. You know?
Absolutely. I can see you as well. I mean, have you done some motivational speaking, some public speaking? Because this conversation needs to be had, because there are so many young people that are getting in situations that aren't good for them because they think, well, so-and-so did it and it worked for them. But you don't know what that person's dealing with at home. You don't know what's really going on with them.
You don't know if they really did. You're just hearing that they did. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of that going on too. But I have done a little bit of motivational speaking. I worked with a nonprofit organization for a little while, mentoring young girls. My mother was a social worker for 18 years, so it just comes naturally for me to just kind of care for people. So
I can see that. I can see some workshops, especially here in Atlanta, this being, the new Hollywood or whatever, for all these young people that are looking to kind of say, you know what, here's some guide points to go by for sure.
Yeah, I would love to speak to them, because we get put in these compromising situations all the time, more so than men. There's a lot of things that just get done that are a little shady sometimes, and like I said, not everybody has bad intentions, but it's very difficult as a female to start learning who does and who doesn't. Yes. And that's the key, and that's what the key to my success now is just paying attention to the minor details.
You're so right, because the whole point of that play, Rimshot Urban Musical, is number one, Atlanta is the hub for human trafficking. A lot of people don't know that. Number one hub in the United States for human trafficking. And a lot of things happen within the entertainment industry here. Oh, I'm a photographer. Come meet me,
model
take
scout.
some pictures. And then a girl ends up somewhere, that she didn't know she was going to go. And she don't know how she got there. So these conversations are good.
I've been in situations like that, though. I have a homegirl. She used to model, and she got me this address. We were going for King Magazine. I'll never forget this. I was like 19, and we go. It's pouring rain right next sideways. We got these little outfits on. We're trying to get there. We're taking a train. We're in a sketchy neighborhood in the Bronx. I'm like, this is a neighborhood. This is not like a business. And she's like, no, we're going. We get there. It's an apartment address. I'm like, I'm not comfortable. This don't make no sense. We get there. All the lights is off. It's dark. I said, this ain't right. We got to go. And then come to find out, the guy was completely sketchy. And it was, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
I'm so glad you trusted your gut.
Right.
If I hadn't gone with her, she would have just kind of did whatever because she wanted to model. And I was like, nah, I don't trust you to go by yourself. Let me go with you. And so it's just little stuff like that. Run ideas by people because you never know. Somebody will tell you like that doesn't make any sense.
That's
you know?
in your workshop. You know, I can see this workshop needs to be had for real. For real. Well, you know, how can our audience follow you on social media? How can they get your music?
Everywhere on social media. I'm at It's Venomiss, ITSVENOMISS, and venomissworld.com is the website. You can also find me on my labels page. Federal District Records is our Facebook fan page, so you can find me there too. So.
Awesome. Now, she said she wasn't going to perform today, but she will the next time she comes. So we're going to work on that. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds
all right.
good.
We want you to hang around.
Absolutely.
All right? And we'll all have a great conversation at the end.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, because, you know, I had you slide in for a live performance. You see your name is.
You see my name right here.
With the live performance. I asked her about that. And normally I would put people on the spot, but since she already told me, then we're gonna roll to the next one. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got somebody else amazing to introduce you to. You're still live with Regina Sunshine
and Deborah Granville
here on the Young, Gifted, and Black Show on the Regina Sunshine.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. We're listening to Instinct Radio.
And once my friend felt that shot, he turned around and he put his hands in the air and he started to get down, but the officer still approached with his weapon drawn and he fired several more shots.
No Jackson, no peace. Instantly, hundreds gathered, angered and saddened by what they call a complete overreaction by the officer. Now a family is demanding answers.
If there's no justice, there won't be peace.
I want to speak to the young people that are listening who, you know, want to be like you guys out here pursuing their dreams and doing the things they love and following their passion. So we'll start with Venomiss on the end.
The word I want to use is, the word of advice I want to give is just remain ambitious. Don't ever lose sight of the bigger picture. Today may be a bad day, but tomorrow may be your breakthrough. And, I'm a walking testament of that. I did nothing for 6 years and then I opened for KRS-One. So it's like, okay, hey. So
you didn't miss that up here. We need his
I know, I forgot that one. But what I'm saying is, just always go because your break may be that next morning after you feel depressed. It may be the week after. It may be a month after, but it's coming. So remain ambitious and remain humble and just focus on the bigger picture.
I love that. Thank you.